What do you mean it's another TARDIS?
Another, as in one more plus than this one.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time you've run into your own TARDIS.
Now is really not the time.
Well, could it be the one from the cyber ship?
It's possible, but why draw us to the cyber ship in the first place?
Well, before we find that out, can we please try and land somewhere? If this goes on much longer, well, it's not gonna be pretty.
What do you think I've been trying to do?
Well, try! Harder! Thank you.
You're welcome, but I didn't do it.
So, where did we land?
It's a good question. Stay here.
What? Why?
Because I don't know what's out there.
When do you?
I'm being serious. If another Time Lord is involved in this, then whatever's happening, it's not good.
What's so bad about your own people?
Just stay here, okay?
Okay, just be careful, please.
Alright then. I don't know who you are or what you want, but you wouldn't bring me here if you didn't have something to say. So in more than one ways, come out and say it.
My dear Doctor, it's been so long. I think it's about time we caught up, don't you?
I think you're right. Last time I saw you, or what was left of you, I would have said you were gone for good, and yet here you are. You've got a lot of explaining to do, Master.
So then, Doctor, what do you think?
You've redecorated. Can't say I like it.
Do you mean my TARDIS or my new body?
Both. I'm guessing it's not your TARDIS. The default look was never you. Although I hope there's not too many leaks, you'll go rusty.
It's nice to see time hasn't dulled your wit, Doctor. But rest assured, the one I took it from was of little to no consequence. A new academy graduate with little knowledge of how the universe worked. It was hardly difficult to acquire his TARDIS. His body, however, that was of little use to me. Well, at least what was left once I'd finished with him.
So you took his remains, fused it with cyber technology, and got yourself a new body that way?
All in good time, my old friend. All in good time.
Okay, fine. You got me here. Now tell me, what do you want?
Straight to business then, is it? If we must. I need your help.
You what?
Don't make me say it again, Doctor. I know you heard me the first time.
Let's assume for a moment that I was even remotely willing to help you. Why would I do that?
Because I could quite easily kill you and your little pet skulking in your TARDIS. Oh yes, Doctor, I know she's in there, but as it stands, we're more alike than you care to admit.
We are nothing alike.
Au contraire, Doctor. As much as you might try to deny it, we both know why you ran away from Gallifrey. You're just as much a renegade as I am. And as loathed as I am to admit it, I would find the universe a very boring place without you in it.
What do you want?
There's a good boy. Well, in borrowing this TARDIS, a concept you're all too familiar with, Doctor, I rather neglected to realize that the Time Lords would hardly send a new graduate out without keeping tabs on him.
And you realized too late that the Time Lords would trace the TARDIS and realize it was in your possession.
Quite so. And I could hardly go to the Time Lords for help to remove the tracer now, could I? So who better than my fellow renegade?
What makes you think I won't just call the Time Lords and have you taken away?
As I said, Doctor, we're more alike than you care to admit. I might have been dead for a long time, but I'm willing to bet in all that time you still want to avoid the Time Lords as much as I do. If they caught up with me, I'd certainly be done for, but if they caught up with you, I'd hate to think of what might happen.
Why the space station? And the Cybermen? I'm guessing you needed their help with that new body of yours, but how exactly did you survive in the first place?
As I said, all in good time, Doctor. And you can come out as well, young lady. The last thing I want is a little human girl messing about with the controls of a TARDIS, thank you.
Doctor?
It's all right now.
Oh, nothing is all right, my dear. You're in mortal peril. But then what more would you expect when traveling with him?
My name is Nell. What's yours, Steely Dan?
Nell, just don't.
My, she has got spirit, hasn't she? But do keep her under control, please. I would so hate to have to kill her before I've gotten a chance to get to know her.
You get this straight. You lay one finger on her and you will really have something to worry about.
More alike than you know, Doctor. More alike than you know. Now stop all this nonsense. We have work to do.
So, that's the Master.
Yes, or at least what he's become.
But you said he was dead. Obliterated was the word you used, in fact.
Just enough remains to fit inside a small tin.
So how is he here?
It's just what I was wondering. Underneath all that metal, all those biological parts, it's definitely him.
How can you tell?
It's a Time Lord perk, my dear girl. We always know who when we see one another. After all, with so many different faces, how else could one keep up?
I don't like people listening in on my conversations.
And I don't like people whispering inside my TARDIS.
It's not even your TARDIS.
Oh, but it will be. Just as soon as you finish disabling that tracer. Are you nearly finished?
Nearly. I just need some help rerouting the power from the heart of the TARDIS. If we do that, we can create a surge through the tracer and burn it out.
Oh, very clever, Doctor. Very clever. I see your poor academy grades never held you back.
Yeah, well, at least I graduated, which is more than can be said for some people.
Ugh, the academy. All those rules. All those mindless imbeciles telling me what to do.
Well, you're going to have to suck it up and deal with someone telling you what to do now. This is going to take 3 pairs of hands. One of us needs to route the power, another of us needs to hold the flow steady, and the third needs to hold these junction couplings together, whilst the power goes through them.
I don't know whether you'd notice this, Doctor, but I'm rather more conductible than either of you two. I'll do the power routing.
I thought you might say that. Nell, you regulate the flow. I'll hold these couplings together.
Okay, Doctor.
Now, I need everyone to do exactly what I say when I say it.
How tiresome.
Shut up. Nell, when I give the word, make sure that dial stays below 10. Master, when I say flip the switch...
I flip the switch. Just because you have to talk to the human child in that manner doesn't mean you have to speak to the rest of us like that.
Well, how about I take one of those couplings and shove it up your...
Enough! Both of you. Alright. Everybody ready? Now, what's the dial reading?
Climbing past 5.
Use that handle to keep it steady at 10 until I give the word. Master, keep your hand on that switch and be ready.
Can we hurry this up, please? There's a whole universe of people just waiting to be tortured out there.
We're at 10, Doctor.
Okay, good. Master, are you ready?
Yes, please do get a move on, will you?
Okay, Nell, quick, 11.
What?
The dial! Turn it up to 11.
Doctor, what do you think you're doing?
Is he dead?
They're waiting the TARDIS. This will only take a moment. You're right. We are more alike than I know, because I know you'd always choose the least dangerous task. Nor is it the work of a genius to reroute the power through the console. nasty for anyone touching it at the time.
This isn't over, Doctor.
Oh, I think you'll find it is. The Time Lords will locate the tracer signal eventually, and with it they'll find you. I don't care how or why you survived, but I'll say this. You might think that the universe might be a more boring place without me in it, but I think you'll find it's going to be a more peaceful place without you in it.
This isn't over, Doctor.
Bit of a glitch in your systems I think you've got there. Thanks for the catch-up. It hasn't been pleasant.
Oh, Doctor. It took me so long to plan out the creation of my little toy tin man. And you bring him crashing down in mere seconds.
You have got to be kidding me.
And I'd stay quite still if I were you. One-handed I may be, but my aim with my TCE hasn't faltered, I assure you.
Doctor, what's going on?
Nell, get back in the TARDIS.
You two aren't going anywhere.